What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Our Brains Hurts. Thanks so much for hanging out. We have a couple of shows coming up this summer and into the fall. July 24th, also in DC at Atlas Brewworks, we are hosting the Dollyrots with Soraya and DC's very own Curse Words. We're also doing a show at the Pie Shop on August 24th. More details to come on that. And on September 21st, Our Brains Hurt is releasing our very own oatmeal coffee stout beer. And we are having a party and release show at True Vale Brewery in Haymarket, Virginia. That's Saturday, September 21st. Mark it on your calendar. Save the date. It's going to be awesome. Now, let's get to the show.
Well, they needed a jingle for their stupid little show, so they called up the Jasons and we said, fuck no. Then they called us again and they gave us $20 and we wrote them a song that said, your podcast sucks. Then they gave us more money and they asked us really nice and we finally gave in and we said, all right, I'll write you a song, but it's gonna be a clone of a Screeching Weasel song that we heard a while ago. So we wrote them a jingle and it sounded really rad. It was the best little jingle that their podcast ever had, but the file got corrupted and the email didn't work. Now they're stuck without a jingle singing Our Brains Hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. In a very non-copyright infringing sort of way.
How's it going? I'm just sitting here peeling skin off of my shoulders because my sunburn is peeling.
That sounds amazing.
It's actually very fulfilling.
Shit like that sometimes is super satisfying.
Yeah. Yeah, satisfying and not fulfilling. Satisfying.
Well, same thing.
Fulfilling, that would be pretty sad if that was fulfilling for me.
I mean, whatever.
My life is that simple.
Fulfilling, satisfying, same shit. We're both wearing red shirts today. That's interesting.
Exactly. Red shirts of a band of Chris Rests.
Yeah, the sleeves finally had to come off my art.
There you go.
First and foremost, since everybody will be listening to this right past the 4th of July, hope everybody had a wonderful 4th.
Yes. Fuck the British.
Yeah.
Celebrated accordingly.
This is being recorded on the 5th, so this was actually a pretty uneventful 4th of July for me. I don't know about for you, but
I passed out at 8:30 last night and I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning.
that's okay. So
You don't get more uneventful than that.
got some day drinking done, I see.
It was the first, let's see. Why was I so tired? Oh, because I worked yesterday during the day. And for some reason I woke up when I work day shift, my alarm goes off at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm trying to be out of my house by like 4:30, 4:45. But for some reason I woke up at 3 in the morning, couldn't fall back asleep. So I just went to work early.
Right.
And so come like 8 o'clock at night, I was fucking exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
I had 3 beers and I would just pass out on the couch. I'm like, I'm fucking going to bed. And that was about when people started shooting fireworks off in the neighborhood. I have 2 beagles and they're terrified. Well, one of them is terrified of fireworks. So most of my 4th of July's are spent in my bedroom with the radio and fan on and the door shut, trying to convince my beagle that the world is not ending.
See, this is I saw a thing the other day about dogs and fireworks that I had a good laugh at. Now I'm convinced. It says, your dog isn't scared of fireworks because of the loud noises. Your dog is doing that because it hates freedom. Get a new dog.
That's right. Now, Pedro, rest in peace, aka Ric Flair.
Mm-hmm.
I would take him outside and we would watch people shoot bottle rockets up in the air and he would just stare at them. He did not give a fuck about fireworks.
Yeah, but see, he didn't hate freedom.
Yeah, he loved freedom. He was a freedom-loving, Ric Flair-loving son of a bitch.
Oh, look at you, Narragansett Rattler.
Oh, yeah.
I know that
something refreshing.
I know that can. Or Shandy. It's a Shandy.
Shandy, yeah.
I know that can.
Yep. Is Rattler and Shandy the same thing?
They're so close.
Yeah.
They're not the same thing because they have, it's different words, but
yeah.
It's super close to the same thing.
Maybe Shandy is just lemon? No, probably not.
No, because you can have
Because I've seen like raspberry radlers.
Yeah,
as
you
well
can
as
have all
lemon.
sorts of
Okay,
different
yeah.
shandies. Yeah. This is a little bit different method.
Yeah.
I think shandies may typically have more alcohol in them than radlers do, or maybe it's the
Okay.
other way around. I can't remember. But they're both low
Yeah, this is
alcohol
4.7, so it's like a
beers.
regular beer.
Yeah, I think radlers might be a little bit less. I think radlers are usually in like the three
Yeah, I think you're
something
right,
range.
actually. Yeah, I think because I remember getting a Radler and drinking it and then looking at the bottom, but like it was like three something. I was like, why did I even buy this shit?
Yeah.
I should have just bought a beer and ate a fucking raspberry popsicle as I was eating.
Yeah, because my favorite shandy of all time, which they don't make anymore, but UFO Brewery, which used to just be part of Harpoon.
Mm,
It's a Boston brewery. Uh, UFO just used to be a series of beers they put out, and then the people that were doing all the UFO stuff branched out and made their own brewery. But when they were still a part of Harpoon Brewery, it's called their Big Squeeze. UFO Big Squeeze Shandy. It was a ruby red grapefruit
oh,
shandy.
nice.
Oh, it was so good. That was like the best shandy of all time. Currently, UFO has a raspberry wheat beer.
Hmm.
That's called Raswell, and it's got little aliens on it.
Oh, nice.
And I'm usually not a raspberry person,
Yeah.
but that beer is like
Okay.
top 5 beers that I've discovered within the last year. That
Oh, nice.
fucking beer is amazing if you can find it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, UFO Raswell raspberry wheat beer. God damn, that's a good fucking beer.
And UFO consistently puts out one of our top pumpkin beers every year.
Great. Yeah, great brewery.
Yeah.
You know, if you're feeling that, I don't always drink fucking fruity beers. That's not really always a thing,
Yeah.
People on here should know that by now. Miller Lite guy.
Hell yeah.
Love my stouts. But if it's summertime and you're in the mood for a fruity beer,
Yeah.
you can't really go wrong with UFO. They are the best fruity beer brewery, period. It's not even a fucking competition. Yeah, they also have a blueberry one. It's like a blueberry ale,
Ooh.
like Maine
Blueberries,
blueberry ale or some shit like that. That one's fucking really good too.
What's your favorite fruit? Not fruity
Um,
beer, just fruit. If you had a
I do love blueberries. I also love bananas. Or
I love
bananas
bananas. I
classified
hate
as-
banana flavored shit, but I love bananas.
Yeah, bananas are fucking amazing. Actually, I like mixing blueberry and banana together.
Mm. Those might
That's
be my two favorites as well, dude. I love blueberries.
Blueberries are awesome,
Oh man.
and they're really good for you too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I like to make smoothies sometimes in the morning on the weekends, and my typical smoothie is a frozen banana, some frozen blueberries, some peanut butter,
Nice.
a little bit of ice, and a little bit of like that pre-sweetened coffee creamer.
Yeah.
I can't think of what the fucking name is. I just poured some in this iced coffee right here, but
Yeah.
the Italian sweet cream one
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's got the pictures of little cannolis on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put little bit of that in there to sweeten it to give it a
Yeah.
little bit of dairy. Oh man, that's a good fucking smoothie.
Nice.
Peanut butter, banana, and fucking blueberry is a good mix.
Nice. Yeah.
And a little bit of vanilla from gotta have my Italian sweet cream.
Hell yeah. That's my porn name.
That's
Italian sweet cream. Yes, sir. Next coming to the stage, Italian sweet cream. Oh, I love plums too. That's one of my favorite things about the summer. Plums.
Oh yeah, dude, plums are amazing.
Plums are great.
One of the best fruits. We're very typical or typical. We're very similar in
Yeah.
our likings of fruit because I love fucking plums too.
Hell yeah.
We used to have a fucking plum tree
Really?
when I was in
Nice.
I was at my mom's boyfriend's house. So, but yeah, he had a couple plum trees. He had an orchard, and that was really cool. Going out and just picking plums off the fucking tree and
Oh,
eating them
so
whenever I
fucking
fucking want. Yeah. He had like
they
two
get
plum trees.
juicy as fuck too. Like sometimes you
Oh,
bite into
yeah.
those things and they just explode all over your face.
Oh, I just remember like my mom coming in. And I'm in high school at this point. My mom coming in with just like a basket full of plums, like so many plums, and I
Yeah.
just eat as many as I
Oh, yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
We had like 2 plum trees, 2 peach trees. What else
I
was
can't do
in there?
peaches.
Really?
The fuzz,
Oh yeah.
just saying it, I have goosebumps right now. It makes me.
We gotta that
But
you
I
know
love nectarines because nectarines are like peaches without the fuzz.
yeah, well yeah, if you like peel the outside of the peach off and cut it off and just eat the inside, you probably could do that, huh?
I can, but I'd have to touch the peach, and it freaks me out.
Well, I mean if somebody did it for you, you know.
But I enjoy the crunch of the. One of my favorite things about fruit is the
Getting through that skin.
skin slash fruit combination. It's a satisfying, it's a. So I will eat peaches, but I won't. I totally prefer nectarines because,
Nectarines are amazing. They are.
yeah,
I actually think nectarines are in they're all in the same family. I think plums, peaches, nectarines.
yeah.
A nectarine is essentially a peach and a plum combined.
Yeah, it really is. Actually, I never
Yeah.
thought of it that way, but yeah,
It's
kinda
both.
is, yeah.
I miss having fucking fruit trees to just go pick shit off of. That might change. I tell
This is
you,
the most punk rock episode we've ever done so far.
oh my god, yeah.
What's your favorite fruit?
Speaking of all that kind of shit, I don't know. We're turning the front yard of my house into an outdoor kitchen.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Yes, and maybe I'll plant a fucking peach tree or something or a plum tree out there. Why not? But yeah, we're gonna have a fucking fire pit that we can cook like with a fucking Dutch oven type thing, like one of those big ass cast iron pots.
Because you have a
can
huge front yard.
I do. I don't have a backyard at all.
Oh, you don't have it at all. Yeah, but
So
your front yard is fucking ginormous.
Yeah. It's not like ginormous, but it's like big.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a city at least.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Most people, if most people around here had the size of backyard that my front yard is, they'd be fucking stoked as fuck.
Yeah.
But my backyard is like, look out the back, like the window in my living room right here. The fence is like 1.5 feet from the window. That's my backyard.
It's enough for you to walk sideways through it.
Yeah, there's like a little, but I mean, you wouldn't want to walk through there.
Yeah.
Like, there's a bunch of poison ivy and shit back there. But maybe one day I'll fucking get rid of all that shit. And I don't know if I ever own this house, which I'm probably going to at some point. I'll clean all that shit out and completely fence in the house and make a little walkway back there so shit doesn't grow, so you can actually walk behind the house. But with the front yard, there's like this old fucking brick smoker on the right side of my yard that when I first moved in, it was completely covered up by English ivy, and I ripped all the fucking ivy off of it. And then I used to use it. It's like a grill / smoker. It looks like a giant throne made of brick.
Yeah.
And then I stopped using it because my ex had bought a fucking gas grill, or her dad bought us a gas grill. Yeah. And English ivy took it back over, and then some poison ivy is on it as well now. So I got to get rid of all that because there's this giant hole in the ground right next to it that I just years of shit. I got to fill that in, and I'm gonna get all that fucking ivy out of there and put like 6 pieces of slate down next to the grill, and get I'm gonna build a workbench and get one of my buddies who does woodwork to make a countertop that's just a cutting board.
Nice.
So I can have I'll get the smoker back and the grill back and put like a little fucking kitchen station next to it, and then build a fucking fire pit in the yard, like in front of the smoker, and set up one of the Dutch oven things. So so most of our cooking we'll do fucking outside, fucking oven, fuck a microwave. We're just gonna fucking cook outside over an open fire and shit.
No, my ex, like my ex's father, this is years and years ago, but he was a griller. And whenever they had meat for dinner, which was almost every night, it didn't matter if it was January, February, June, July, he was cooking that shit on the grill outside. That's where he cooked the meat.
I got my fucking grill back up and fucking running the gas one, and we've been doing nothing but that.
Yeah.
I would much rather grill stuff.
Yeah. It's 100% of the meat they made at home. It was him cooking on the grill outside, no matter what, snowing, whatever.
And we've got a ton of fucking cedar trees here
Nice.
too. And so like just cut some fucking cedar, some branches off and put it in the fire, cooking over cedar wood.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it does something to your food. It's fucking amazing. Like if you've never cooked food over a like cedar campfire, like you're missing out. Because when we went camping this last time, a giant section of the tree, one of those cedar trees had fallen, like this huge branch. It's like as big as a trunk of some trees.
Yeah.
And it all got cut up into logs, and I just piled them, in a log pile over by my fucking fence, and there's just slowly been burning them. They're gone now. This last time we went camping, we took the last 3 with us.
Yeah.
That's what we do when we camp. We just bring like 3 cedar logs with us, and whenever we cook, we'd
Hell yeah.
burn one of the cedar logs. And it's just the chicken we made this last time camping was some of the best fucking shit I have ever had in my entire life. Yeah. It also helps that I found the best marinade for like chicken thighs of all time. This is so punk rock. Yeah. But
yeah, this is fuck it.
Hey,
we're old punk rockers, so this matters.
There's also a thing out there called punk rock foodies in the world. That's real.
That's right.
But yeah, that Asian ginger dressing, it's called like Makoto or whatever.
Miyako or Makoto.
I think it's
that's
Makoto.
my favorite dressing. It's my favorite dressing.
That they have a honey ginger one now as well.
Okay.
They have a red label instead of the black label. But either one, if you marinate chicken thighs in that shit overnight and then grill them the next day, that is some of the best fucking chicken you will ever have.
I never thought to use that for marinade.
Oh my god, it's so fucking good.
I will buy vegetables just so I can eat that dressing.
Yeah.
And I'll cut them up. I'll cut up slices and I'll use that dressing as like a dip. I'll put it in a bowl and I'll scoop like pepper, like red pepper, because red peppers have those divots anyway. And I'll use it like a dip. That dressing is fucking amazing.
I'm gonna tell everyone my secret, because it's not really that much of a secret, but like what you said, so save a little bit of it left in the bottle after you pour it in a bag or a bowl with the chicken. Let them sit overnight in that shit, and then before you put them on the grill, make a little concoction. You get a brush, melt a bunch of butter, and in the butter you put the rest of the dressing that you saved, a few dashes of Worcestershire sauce. That's pronounced correctly. And a little bit of Tony's Creole seasoning. If you can find it, some gochujang sauce, a couple drops of gochujang sauce. This is my new thing. So I love gochujang sauce. I used to do this with A1, but I switched out the A1 for gochujang sauce because it's just fucking phenomenal. Trader Joe's brand gochujang sauce is out fucking standing on barbecue. And then a couple, just like a little drop or two of just any kind of barbecue sauce, like Sweet Baby Ray's or something. And you put that in the melted butter along with the rest of your ginger dressing, mix that up, and then when you fucking cook the chicken, you just constantly brush the chicken with that until it's fucking gone. You keep flipping it. And boom. You will have some of the best fucking chicken, grilled chicken you have ever had. Nice. I shit you not.
I believe it.
I love grilling.
I don't have a grill. I don't know. I suck. But I do make my own dressing. Though I use olive oil, lemon juice, crushed garlic, and salt and pepper. I just keep it simple. I just have like a bottle of it. And when I do like a fresh seafood salad, so I'll take like like shrimp, calamari, scallops, and I'll cook all that shit, mussels, clams, and then I'll chill them, and I'll just take all of it and toss it with that homemade dressing, the olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, and lemon juice, and that's a salad. That's it. It's just like a bowl of like fresh seafood chopped up cold with that shit on. Oh,
that sounds great.
And I'm trying to perfect it before this year's seven fishes because I want that to be my appetizer this year.
Oh my God, we gotta come do the seven fishes with you this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
It has to happen.
It will.
I need seven fishes in my life. And that salad sounds amazing too.
Yeah. It's so easy to make, and it's just like and I don't know. Some people might think cold seafood sounds gross, but no, it's not. It's just
I'm a-
chilled. Like
I don't even
so
know
good.
if you can consider it just seafood or whatever, but fucking I love sushi and sashimi.
Yeah, I just had some
All of it.
today. Yeah, we went to Wegmans and we went to got some sushi from Wegmans. Just what is it called without no rice? It's just the fish. Is that sashimi or is that sushi?
The sashimi is just the raw fish, nothing else.
Okay, that's what I got. Sashimi. I just
Yeah.
got tuna sashimi and salmon sashimi.
Yeah, the sushi rolls, self-explanatory, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
sashimi is just
Just the fish, yeah. It's
which
so
I
good.
love a lot.
Yeah, that's what I had. That was my lunch today. Yeah.
I love it all. I always have to get octopus too,
Mm.
which in Japanese octopus is taco. So
Yep.
makes me like it even more.
Do you remember that ska band, Scofflaws?
I
They're
don't
from
know.
Long Island. They were really big in the 90s.
Scofflaws.
But they have a song where they just shout out names of sushi. Anyway, if you know, you know. Look it up. The Scofflaws. So we have reached over 1,000 followers on Instagram.
I saw. Yeah.
Today we hit 1,002, and that's all organic. So I'm very proud of that.
Yeah,
So
I saw that.
thank you, Chris Rest and Barry, because your 2 episodes got us a lot of followers for just them sharing it. And RKL, and I don't think Lagwagon shared it, but RKL definitely shared both episodes.
People
Tony.
really seem to like those episodes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how could you not? It's RKL. They're
I
making
know.
a couple.
Yeah.
If you don't like RKL, I don't like you.
It's funny.
Right.
One of my questions for Chris was the Josh Brolin question, but he never went there, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to go there, so I don't know.
Well, I think it's been. I would have said something too, but it's been answered on other podcasts now.
yeah.
It's been answered. We all know the answer to this. It is
Right.
that Josh Brolin played with them in some of those earlier years that Chris was
Right.
talking about before they officially
Yeah, yeah.
became RKL.
Yeah.
Him and his friends. He played with them then. So
Yeah.
I'm sure there was probably some songs that Josh played with them that became RKL songs, but
Yeah.
who knows if he played with Bomber or not.
Right. I wish Bomber was still alive. I think of him as like the evil genius of punk rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in his lab crafting all these amazing songs.
I know.
Kind
Now
of like Bill Stevenson, but just crazier.
And now I'm like, man, why couldn't I had a guy who was like, you're looking at your shit and turn the lights off. And
Turn
do
the
it
lights, yeah,
again.
like the fucking
I mean, it sounds terrible, but like
No, you need people
shit like that. Yeah, shit like that happens. That's how you become like fucking elite at things, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you listen to RKL, it's controlled chaos. The whole like all of their songs are so close to not making sense
Yeah.
because there's so much craziness going on in every one of their fucking songs. But at the same time, it's so fucking tight
Yep.
that it's like, what is happening? Every time I listen to an RKL song, I'm like, what is this? And why is it the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life?
Yeah.
It's just everybody is playing fucking out of their fucking minds, and it's all just insanity. But when it comes together, it all makes sense, and it's all fucking beautiful. That's RKL.
There's like this video on YouTube of them playing a show, but it's not like a show. It almost looks like they're just playing on like a access cable TV
Mhm.
sound stage. It's like from like 1987 or 1988.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it's cool and it's so 80s. But that was like the first time.
Which lineup was that?
Um, it was like right after Joe Raposo.
Oh, so it was Bomber and Jason and Joe.
It's Bomber on drums, yeah,
Mhm.
Joe on bass,
Yeah.
Jason singing, Chris Rastonberry.
Mhm.
So the classic,
The classic,
you know, it's the Rock and Roll Nightmare
yeah.
fucking lineup. That was the first time that like I really understood what you're saying right now about like just the controlled chaos, because they were always so very chaotic to me just
Yeah.
listening to it. But then when I saw that and
Yeah.
I saw how tight they were playing live, and I saw how much better it sounds live than it does on some of their
Yes.
early recordings.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, like this is badass. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
They
these guys
they
are
bring
way
you
better than their recordings.
they bring when you listen to them, they bring you right to the cusp of falling off the rails.
Yeah.
And they never do. And it's almost maddening because
Yeah.
it's like you guys they live on that fucking line.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like one step over and they suck.
But that's the goal though, right? The
Yeah,
goal is to live on that fucking
they
line.
are the band that achieved that goal.
They achieved it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they probably achieved it because of fucking Bomber.
Right. Yeah.
Not to take anything away from anybody
Right.
else in the band, because they're all fucking amazing musicians, all of them. But they
Yeah,
probably
you can't
that.
exist in that band if you're not. You can't.
You have to be perfect at chaos, like
yes,
essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't. Yeah, you can't be in that band unless you're the perfect fit for that band.
Yep.
Yeah. I did a leg workout yesterday, and today I walked 7 miles.
You walked 7 miles today?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Crofton Parkway in my neighborhood is 3.5 miles. It's a 3.5 mile loop, and I did 2 laps. I started to get dizzy in the middle of the second lap. I probably should have stopped. But I'm like, fuck it, I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, 7 miles is a good walk.
I hate running. And even though I'm losing weight, like I refuse to. Like, if anything was ever chasing me, I would just let it kill me because I'm not running from anything. It's the worst.
It's actually not that good for you.
It's horrible for you.
It's good for your cardio. That's it. But it's terrible for your knees. Like it's
your knees and your hips and your ankles and shit.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if you're gonna do all that stuff, you should either get like, you know, a cycle, like even like a stationary one or like an elliptical or something like that. They do all the same shit without the damage to your knees and your hips and shit. I love running when it's for sports. I will run all fucking day long if I'm playing sports. Not bad an eye, but running for anything else can go fuck itself.
Ever watch Eastbound and Down?
Yeah.
When he's like, I forget, I think it was one of the first episodes. I forget I think he was talking to the principal of the school. They were talking about sports. And somebody else was like, I'm a runner. And he's like, well, I play real sports. I'm not trying to be the best at exercising.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So funny.
I believe that is the exact line.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that's my hometown guy right there.
That's right.
Danny McBride from Fredericksburg.
Yep. And he's living he's in South Carolina now, Charleston.
Yeah, he lives in Charleston, South Carolina. There's a fun fact that Danny McBride has a painting of Mouse hanging in his living room.
Yeah. A rad painting.
Yeah, very rad painting.
Yeah.
Painted by a dude here named Bill Harris. Bill Harris. Yeah, I know. He's a friend of mine too. But yeah,
we had him on the podcast, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Duh. We have.
Yeah.
Bill's been on this podcast before. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. But yeah, he painted a picture of Mouse and longtime friend.
Yeah.
And
she's also been on the podcast.
That's right. She has with Film Trash.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bill Harris who is probably the most famous artist from Fredericksburg. He painted a picture of her, and he knows Danny, and apparently Danny saw that before Bill was going to put it up for anything and immediately bought it from him. So
yeah, I was watching video from I guess from NoFX. They just played in Portland. their last,
Their last Portland show.
yeah. And Pennywise opened. And
Yeah.
I guess whenever they play with Pennywise, Fletcher always fucks with Mike. You
I
see
saw
that? He
him
like
throw him into the drum set.
he
Or
threw him
whatever.
into the drum set and then bit him. And he has like a huge Fletcher bite on his like I don't know if it's his leg or his like side.
His side jowls.
Yeah.
And then Fletcher jumped into the drum set. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
I saw that. It was pretty funny. And Smelly joined in the fun.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see if any of those dudes start new bands after No Effects.
I would say for sure they would, but they're old.
Yeah.
They're like what, 5 to 10 years older than us?
At least I'm pretty sure Mike was born in 1965.
Oh, okay. So he's
I was
12
born
years.
I was born in 79. So
Oh,
like
yeah,
he's
77.
he's
so.
like 14 years older than me.
I think.
Melvin's the oldest, I believe.
Oh, he's older than. Okay, because I was gonna say. I mean, Hefe's got his acting thing going for him. So
yeah,
I don't
it
know.
seems like El Jefe is going to be an actor now.
Yeah. I think he's. Yeah, I don't think we'll see him again in a band.
Probably not. Smelly, maybe. I don't know. He
Smelly's
has
got
that
his surfboard company.
surfboard company and whatever else. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Melvin's doing his, his DJ thing.
yeah. So maybe not. I would say if we see any of them in a new band, it was probably going to be Mike.
Yeah, but I would also say that we would probably see No Effects again before we would see any of them in a new band. As much as I hate to say that with the amount of money I'm paying to see their last show in LA.
I'm curious.
Although Mike, I mean, we had him on and he was pretty sincere about
This was it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Blanks have some shows. My band.
Oh, cool. So shows is plural, huh?
Yeah, we have. So August 31st for everybody listening here will be our first local show at the Depot in Baltimore.
Hell yeah. I hope this episode comes out the day after.
Yep.
Our July 6th show, but I'm sure it was a good time had.
It was great.
It was amazing.
Then you missed out.
Yeah. If you weren't there, you can go fuck yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
If you're in the DC area and you weren't there, shame on you.
Shame. For shame.
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 If you're in the DMV and you're not there. All these fucking people on like some of our sponsored posts who keep being like, come to Richmond. Like, first off, you're not talking to the band, smarty.
Yeah, morons. And the fucking assholes with the Diesel Boy DJ. I want to shoot all of them in the head. I'm going to send Black Ops.
I actually
understand.
Black Ops to murder them. See, that I understand more than people in Richmond who refuse to go anywhere else for shows.
Yeah.
And you know who you are.
Yeah.
I have plenty of friends in Richmond who go all over the place to go to shows.
Right. Yeah.
Love you guys. But those of you who live in Richmond who won't leave Richmond, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You know who you are. We know who you are.
Oh, we know who you are, motherfucker. We're right outside your house right now, bitch.
Yeah. Come to DC for a show every once in a while.
They're playing Virginia Beach tonight.
Yeah,
Diesel
that's
Boy.
right. They are playing Virginia Beach tonight. I think I have a couple friends who are going to be there.
Oh, nice. It's right around the corner from where my brother-in-law lives. The Bunker. I drove by it a few
Oh, yeah.
times.
Yeah, the Bunker's a cool little spot.
Yeah.
Been around for a minute.
Yeah, I was trying to tell them, like, I was like, yeah, there's a lot of punk bands are coming through Virginia Beach again. And,
Yeah.
I was trying to like find all the places where they go, and every single band, it was like the Bunker.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, all right, it's always the Bunker.
Yeah, Virginia Beach is kind of coming back. Like,
Yeah.
I may think about going there again. I'm not going to go to the beach, but
Yeah.
there's a cool campground at Virginia Beach.
Yep.
And the last however many times I've been to Virginia Beach, I have just gone to that campground and then, gone like bar hopping or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've been hearing some good things about Virginia Beach again. So,
Yep.
Maybe it's time I return.
Yeah, we had a blast. I mean, like I said, my brother-in-law lives there. He's been there for decades. I think a couple, like maybe 20 years or so. He's right down Like you could walk to the beach from his place. But we went up to when we went up to the actual beach, we went up to 71st Street. And I had no sunblock on at all. That's why I'm peeling my shoulders. I was in the water all day. I fucking love the water, dude. I love being in the ocean. But it was great. There's so many breweries there, and it's like so many like really good food and coffee places and shit. It's a pretty rad place. And I remember going to his place, 10 plus years ago. And I just seeing the difference in the past decade of just how much nicer it's gotten.
Yeah, again, I've
how
heard
many awesome food and like
things.
coffee and like, breweries and shit there. It's a really nice place. I'm glad punk rock is there again. It seems like every punk band now, when they tour, they almost always hit up Virginia Beach, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah, it does seem that way.
Yeah.
There used to be a lot of shows in Virginia Beach back in the day, and then it got crazy there for a while. It was like you couldn't.
It was like shootings.
Yeah, there was like shootings and shit
it was really
on the
bad,
street.
yeah.
Like it got bad. Like you couldn't walk down the street on a fucking Saturday night without like attempted robbery happening to you or something. Like it was fucking bad.
Right.
Then in the 90s, on the boardwalk way down at the southern end of Virginia Beach, there used to be this bungee jump thing. And I had actually done it. That was like the first and only time I've ever bungee jumped. I was like
what is it, like above the boardwalk, or is it above the water?
No, it was just above they had just like, I don't know, it was just at the end. There was like sand at the bottom.
Okay.
The death trap, Ron.
It was a death trap, because it was just one of the ones where you get in a basket and the basket raises straight up and then you just jump out of the basket.
Nope.
Huh.
I did it.
Yeah,
I was like
fuck
19,
that.
I think.
Yeah.
But I did it. And then 2.5 weeks later, the bungee snapped on a guy and he died. And they did away with the bungee jump thing at Virginia Beach. So
Damn.
I did that shit like 2 weeks before that.
You
happened.
gambled and won. Good for you.
Yeah. I did.
One time in life.
Yeah. It's like I don't know if you can consider the King's Dominion Sky Flyer thing bungee jumping. It kind of is. You swing instead of just go straight down. I've done that one.
Yeah.
I've done that one, but the actual bungee jumping, that's the only time I've done that.
Yeah, I would never do bungee jumping. I don't think. I've never been on a roller coaster. That's how much I hate heights. So
Wow, you've never been on a roller coaster?
I've been on Space Mountain in Disney World and Disneyland. I don't like, a lot of people don't. I mean, Space Mountain is a roller coaster, but a lot of people don't consider that a real roller coaster.
I used to be a roller coaster junkie.
Never been on one.
Oh man, I remember one time, like in high school, me and like 3 friends like skipped school and went to King's Dominion, because that was the thing you could do back in those days.
Yep.
It was like on a Wednesday, Tuesday or something, and like the Anaconda, one of the roller coasters at King's Dominion. There's no crowds during the week, during the day.
Yeah.
So we had the first car. It was like all 4 of us, 2 people in the front. We stayed on the roller coaster for 16 straight times.
16?
Because there was no line.
Fuck.
There was absolutely no line. We rode that fucking roller coaster 16 times in a row without getting off of it. Yeah.
Wow.
That was also a time when my buddy Tim, we went on the Hurler, and the Hurler is like an old school wooden roller coaster, but it was kind of new because it was the Wayne's World whole thing that was at King's back then.
That's what that was called.
And they were just there was no loops or whatever, so it just had the lap bar.
Okay.
And there's like nobody else on the roller coaster. It was just the 4 of us. And Tim would always say, like, whenever he'd get on the roller coaster that had the lap bar, he's like, he wouldn't push it down all the way, because he was always like, one of these, he's like, a lot of times they just walk by and tap, and they don't really push it down to see. So he's like, one of these times they're just going to tap it, and I'm getting a fucking picture standing up on the fucking roller coaster. These are all like punk rock skater guys. Well, that was the day that it happened. Yeah, you met Tim.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We hung out with him fucking a couple weekends ago.
Yep.
It strung out. Yeah. So that was the time that it happened. And so the picture of all four of us in the car, and Tim's like in the back right, like literally standing up, going down the hill, holding on to the lap beam with his hand up like this, like he's riding on a fucking bull. And we get so, you know, he does that. He like stands up on the whole fucking thing basically, and we get to the end and get off, and we walk into the area, where the people are at the desk and they have all the pictures on the TVs of everybody behind you. You can buy the picture of you. And we walk in there, we're the only people on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And we walk in there, and the two people that are working behind the thing are just staring up at the television. That's the picture of Tim standing up on the roller coaster. and like we all walk up to the counter, and they're just sitting there staring at it. And Tim's like, I want to buy that one. And they turn around and look at him and look back at the thing. And the one guy's like, I don't know if we can sell that to you. And he's like, what the fuck does it matter now, man? He's like, I'm here. I am. I'm okay. There it is. It happened. Might as well fucking make some money off of it. Sell it to me. The guy's like, yeah, all right. And he sold it to him. And we just walked off and nothing happened. The magic of the 90s.
Fuck the 90s. Hell yeah.
The last decade.
The last
where
cool
you could
decade.
be free.
Yeah.
Yep. And we just continued to party all day long at King's Dominion.
That's awesome.
Tim's a rock climber. And he runs
He
a
climbs
company.
rocks.
Yeah, he runs a company that
Thanks, Ron.
Yep. That's what I'm here for.
yeah, well, he makes
The hand-
the holds for like
Mhm.
rock climbing walls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, Climb Endure. So climbendure.com, CLIMBENDURE.com. If you're a rock climber out there, Tim makes some of the raddest fucking holds, and there's like a lot of pros and shit who buy from him. Like, yeah, Tim does some fucking rad shit for the climbing
And
wall.
we'll put the link under the episode. So
Yeah, we should probably have him on at some point.
Yeah,
to talk
totally.
about that shit, 'cause punk rock and climbing have kind of become this thing.
yeah,
There's a lot of punk rockers who fucking rock climb.
it's a punk rock way of exercise, man.
Yeah, it's true.
That was
So,
a
yeah.
sad show, I think, for me, because there was nobody there, and it was strung out, and it was
Well,
awesome. It was awesome. How many people do you think were there at the Black Cat?
it wasn't like there was nobody there.
Do you think there was more than 100 people?
No,
No.
I think at most there was 100.
We could have had that show at the pie shop.
Yeah. Definitely could have. And that
Somebody
it's
lost
weird.
their ass on that show.
Well, that was that was a weekday, right? Or
It
was
was
it
a Sunday night.
Sunday night?
And
Yeah,
it was
for whatever-
Father's Day. So-
Yeah, DC on weeknights, because technically Sunday's like going into Monday.
Yeah.
People don't go to fucking shows during the week at all in fucking DC.
Also, DC is not Southern California skate punk friendly.
no,
They're just not. You know what I
kinda
mean?
not. Yeah, it's a
So-
small crowd of people who dig that kind of shit in DC.
Yeah.
So maybe you do try to get them at the pie shop.
Yeah, maybe.
We need to talk to RKL about getting RKL at the pie shop.
Oh
That-
my god.
That would be madness. That
Was
would be
All of them have been on your podcast now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
that would be madness. I don't
Well,
know.
I wonder what their guarantee is.
Would that be? I don't know if the pie shop would be big enough.
I mean, it definitely wouldn't be big enough to cover their guarantee, but
Yeah.
we'll see how this Atlas Brew Works place goes, because they have like a 250 to 300 capacity.
Oh damn.
DC9 was what, 250, I think,
230.
230.
Mhm.
230
ticket max. So
Yeah.
there's actually a bit more people than there than.
I think if we brought RKL to DC9, we could sell DC9 out. I think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, if we sold DC9 out with the Dolly routes,
Yeah.
sell DC9 out with RKO.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the Dolly routes are very popular,
But yeah. But they're not RKL.
but they're not RKO.
Yeah. But yeah, that Strung Out show, I kind of felt bad for Strung Out. I guess they're getting their guarantee anyway, so it's not like
But you could tell that they really fucking enjoyed that show. They
Yes,
even said
yeah.
something about it. And the last time I saw them at the Black Cat was 2011. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure that's the last time they played the Black Cat because I go
Yeah.
there every time, and it was the same thing. It was minimal amount of people,
Really?
and it was the best I've ever seen them. And then they trumped it on this one, and best this, and you
Yeah.
could tell they fucking loved every second of
Mm.
it.
This one was better than the
They-
fucking Norba.
I know it was way better than when
Oh,
we saw
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Norva. Like, and you could tell they fucking immediately when they were done, they started just fucking giving people hugs and
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
high fiving everybody. Stayed on the stage for a while.
Yeah.
Like that, they don't always do
Yeah.
shit like that, you know.
I remember I kept getting Jason's sweat on me. I just
Yeah.
kept feeling his warm drops of sweat. It was kind of
Yeah.
it was freaking me out and giving me a boner at the same time.
Yeah, it was an amazing show. You know, it's like,
It was super cool. We were all up front together too.
yeah, we're all up front, and it's
Yeah, it
weird
was
'cause,
great because we got to talk to. We were like talking to them during their set too. It was
Yeah,
like, yeah.
and
'Cause
like
he
you know,
commented on this shirt that I was
That's-
wearing.
yeah, those are like some of those
Yeah.
shows you go to where like, you know, you walk away feeling like you're like, wow, is this like one of those like religious experiences
Yeah,
that people talk
Totally.
about?
Yeah. Yep.
It was so much fun.
You know,
I
because
had some good picks, too.
for about 100 people packed up to the front of the stage, you know, like it was rad.
Oh, it's totally cool. I mean, it was awesome that like the four of us, like me, you, Red, and Chris, are right against the stage.
And, oh, Phil was right there too on
Yeah.
the other side of me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And like this, like nobody was like fucking crashing into us and shit. It was just like it was like our show. It was
Yeah.
just like
Yep.
it's
Yeah,
like
they played it just for us.
That was
Yeah.
that was the,
entertain me strung out.
that was like legit the same way it was the other time in 2011 that I saw him, but it was just like me and Phil up
Yeah.
there, you know,
Yeah.
just but it was like exactly the same. It was weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember that night in 2011 when we were going, because that was like a weeknight too. It was like Tuesday or something, and we were driving up on 395, and that was their tour for Blackhawks over Los Angeles.
Okay.
And on 395 on the way up there, this group of 4 Blackhawks like flew right over
Oh, that's
us,
funny. Yeah.
like low flying right over 395, right over the
Yeah.
car. We were like, "Oh, Blackhawks over DC! It's a sign," and it was. It was
Awesome.
a fucking incredible show.
Yeah.
Well, right on, right on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I guess this is
All right, man.
probably a good stopping point.
Yeah, yeah. Totally. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow around 5-ish.
Hell yeah, you will.
All right.
Yeah, brother.
All right. Later.
Later.
How do I do this shit? I can still hear you. So what do I have to press? Close.